Ten Hag. You see something is rising. With Tour 2022 now in full swing, new United boss Erik Ten Hag sat down with us in Melbourne to provide a flavor of how things are developing with his team. The Dutchman reflected on the 2 wins so far, against Liverpool and Melbourne victory, and assessed how well the squad are responding to his ideas. He also explained why he has encouraged the club to sign Christian Eriksen and Lisandro Martinez, and why precision is so important in this summer's transfer window. What has spending time away with the players and staff allowed you to learn about the group? Yeah, you learn the characters and their behavior tells you something about the character. That's good to know. You work with them on the pitch and you know a lot of the player, but then you also want to know the background of the players. That is ideal in a situation when you're together for 1 week. That is perfect. The character and the background of the players, is that all good so far? You've learned good things about them. Yeah, definitely. It's good to know and it's good to learn what is the best approach to a player, because you want to make them feel comfortable. Tour gives you the chance to meet fans and learn how popular United are all around the world, so what's that been like for you? That gives a real good feeling, and I think also for the players that they get supported by many, many people all over the world. And what have your experiences with them been like in Thailand and Australia, in these new countries? I will say that we are busy. We are busy with the development of the team, so we don't have much time to get around, to look around, to see what is the culture, what is in the country, what are the people like in the country. We don't have time. All the time we use and spend on the team. Do you have a better understanding now of how popular United are all around the world? Yes. You heard of it. But now I have to experience if it's right, and you have that feeling that you have coming across. All the people, every time again when you enter the hotel, when you leave the hotel, every hour of the day. It's unbelievable, incredible, a good feeling that we are Manchester United and have so many fans who support us. In terms of the matches so far, we've scored 8 times in 2 games. How pleased are you with the way the team has attacked and taken their chances? The players in the team do really well and they respond well to practicing, the exercises, to the game plan and to the principles we present on them. So you see something is rising. Are we happy with it? It's a starting point. We are not 3 weeks underway, so there's a long way to go and there's a lot of room for improvement. We know that, but until now the guys do really well. Did the way we beat Melbourne victory on Friday night please you? We conceded the early goal, but we showed patience to get back into the game, against a side that was sitting back a lot. Does that show a quality that you're looking to implement this season? Sure, and the attitude that you have to deal with setbacks. Of course, it's not good that you are so quick in a game down, on the scoreline, but it's important how you react as a team. We did well. Like you say, they were patient. They had to find out how to face such a team. They were really low and compact. It was difficult to create chances, but I think in the second part of the first half, we came to 3-4 really good chances out of football, and that makes me happy. Has the time you've spent so far out on tour given you a better idea of your first choice lineup to start the season, or is that coming together? No, I don't think you can talk about the starting 11 players. I think we need a squad. This is a season with even more games than ever, by the World Cup. You need depth in the squad. So we need more than 11 starting players, and we are working on that. So is it a case of getting rhythm into certain players, or do you want to get as many minutes into as many different players' legs as possible? Or is it a bit of both? It is. You want to get in a way of playing, and that is a long way to get that in. You will not train it in, say, 4, 5, 6 weeks like a preseason. Therefore you need also the games in the league. On the 7th of August we need a platform where we can get a result out. That's is what we're working for. But from that point on we also have to keep developing the team. Has anything surprised you on the tour so far? Anything you haven't expected? Actually, no. But it's difficult before to make an idea. I never had the experience to do a tour and now I have it. I really like it. To visit those countries, such a long time away with the team abroad, and I think the experience is good. You've brought in Mitchell, Van der Gogh, and Steve McLaren, your assistant coaches, linking in with some of the existing staff who were already at the club. What's pleased you most about how everyone has gelled together? The most positive point is that, I think, in a good way we cooperate well. We always have to wait if that's the factor, but it is. There's a good spirit in the coaching staff, and also there we have a platform that we can increase. Christian Eriksen joined over the weekend, and he's a name that all English football fans are familiar with. How much do you admire him as a player? The fact that we have him now in our squad, tells everything, because I think we were really selective. It was not the point to get players in, but the right players in. I'm really happy that we succeed with Christian Eriksen. How do you feel he will fit into the existing squad? The expectations are there. That's why we get him. I'm convinced he will fit into the squad, and in certain facts of our game, he will help us. I'm looking forward to that. He's a player with lots of experience, especially in English football. How happy are you with the balance that we have now in this squad, in terms of experience and youth? I think it's quite good. What do you say? He's an experienced player. He plays in countries abroad, in Italy, in Holland, a long time in England, so he knows the Premier League. It's an absolute advantage that we have him in. Do you think the Old Trafford fans will really appreciate him? He got a round of applause playing there last season, so do you think he will be a popular figure with the supporters? I think he is a magnificent football player, and I think the fans will enjoy watching him, because he's creative, he has ideas. I think especially our strikers will also be happy because he's the one who can involve them in the game. We've also signed Lisandro Martinez. You've worked with him before, so what can he bring to this United side, do you feel? He's a warrior, and I think the fans will admire him. He has an attitude, fighting spirit. He brings aggressiveness in the game, in a good way. I think we need that. But also, he's also skillful, and he can deal with the ball, and he's left-footed. Going off what you know about the Premier League, do you think that fighting spirit will help him to adapt really quickly? I think it's important. Yeah. I think the Premier League is high intensity, lots of challenges. We need such players. I know from South Americans. I call it grinta. Controlled, aggressive. You need that in your game, and with him we have such a player. Do you think it's almost easier for him from the start because he's worked with you before? Will it be quicker for him to get what you're trying to implement here? Certain ideas, he knows them. That is an advantage, clear. But also he has to adapt to a new country, a new club, new teammates. So also a lot of things will be different. United fans will be looking forward to seeing them in action, so when do you think they can be involved? Unfortunately, we cannot have them here in the tour, because at the moment they arrive here we will fly back. So that doesn't make sense. We cannot wait to involve them in our squad, and the fans also cannot wait. Every year it's the same as a trainer. You want your squad complete as soon as possible. But also fans look forward to new players and what is the squad and what can they contribute, and they want an identification. We have one game in Melbourne and then after that we get to Perth, so how much are you looking forward to the next and final leg of the tour? I go from day to day, and of course I have a plan in my head, but first the game is against Crystal Palace, and after that then we have still 2 training sessions and a game. For the moment, that is enough. And again it's Premier League opposition, so it's perfect preparation for that new season, I think so. We're facing 3 Premier League clubs on this tour, so I think it's good for the team to deal with. Of course, most players know the level they can expect, but still preseason is a good moment to face them. And finally, it's one more game at the MCG. What do you make of that arena? It's pretty impressive, isn't it? It is, and I think we are not used to such stadiums. It's a big pitch and the fans are quite far away. Everything is huge. It was a nice experience to play in that. Every preseason game, including Crystal Palace, 11:10 British Summer Time Tuesday the 19th of July, will be shown live in our app and on Manchester United website. Subscribe to my YouTube channel MUFC Hotspots for more information about Manchester United.